Now, what is communist economy? You can say, in most simple terms, it is the extreme form of socialist economy. But that does not define it completely. That does not help our understanding comprehensively. Understand that this kind of economic system emerged in the writing of Karl Marx. Okay, so Karl Marx envisioned a society where the control over resources is not going to be exercised by individual. So it is not the individual who is going to control the resources, or private individuals who are not going to control resources. Then resources are not going to be controlled even by state. So in communist economy, which was clear in the writing of Marx, resources are going to be controlled by community as a whole. Community as a whole. Okay? So it is a community which is going to own the resources. Why Marx envisions a society, an economic system, where the resources are going to be controlled by community? Marx was actually talking about the emancipation of proletariat class, that is labor class. Because according to him, a great deal of exploitation was taking place, exploitation of proletariat class by industrialist class, which is also called bourgeois class. And for the emancipation of proletariat class, that is labor class, it was needed that the system could emerge where there is no need of a state, because Marx said that state is an instrument in the hands of bourgeois class, that is industrialist class. So the apparatus of a state, that is the different organs of the state, governments, executive, bureaucracy, judiciary, military, police, all that is under the control of bourgeois class according to Karl Marx. And these bourgeois class, that is industrialist class, is able to exploit the proletariat class, that is labor class, by having control over a state. So a state becomes an instrument in the hands of bourgeois class, industrialist class. A state is an instrument of exploitation. So for emancipation of proletariat class, first it is needed that the proletariat class, that is labor class, comes to have control over the state apparatus through socialist revolution. But even then, when a state will be controlled by proletariat class, it is required that ultimately a system could emerge where there will not be any need, any requirement of a state, because a state is an instrument of exploitation, and for ending the exploitation once and for all, we need to do away with the institution of a state itself. So he envisioned a society, he envisioned a communist system where there will not be any state. So a communist economy will be a stateless economy. Okay. Now, in industrialist societies or industrialist economies, Marx said that there are two classes. One is exploited class, the other is exploiting class or exploiter class. Exploiter class is industrialist class, or you can say bourgeois class, and the exploited class is labor class, also called proletariat class. This division of class is because it is the industrialist class which have control of means of production and also controls the instrument of state or the state apparatus. Now, if there is no state, and if all the resources are going to be controlled by community and not any particular class, then there will not be class division. So communist economy will not be a stateless economy, it will also be classless society or classless economy. So a communist society will be a stateless society, it will be a classless society. There will not be any requirement of a state, and because all the resources are going to be controlled by community as a whole, then there will not be a division among or between two classes. No one is going to exploit the other. So there will not be any exploited class or exploited class. So it will not be only stateless, it will also be a classless society. So a communist economy is one where society is classless and stateless, and resources are going to be controlled by community. Now the principle of distribution would be such that everyone according to his ability is going to contribute in the organization of growth, in the process of production, and will be rewarded, or will be the production will reward him, or the process of production will give him what is required, means what he or she might need. So everyone's need is going to be taken care of. Now there the system becomes kind of utopia. Okay, utopia means the most ideal condition, ideal to the extent that it cannot be realized practically, because you will be able to guess it easily. Why? Because everyone is going to be rewarded according to his needs. So everyone's needs is going to be taken care of. Now, need is something which is limitless. No system can emerge whereby everyone's needs is going to be fulfilled all the time. Getting it? So, because of this impracticality of the system, this particular economic system is called the utopia of Karl Marx. Utopia of Karl Marx. What is the meaning of utopia? Utopia means most ideal condition. Ideal to the extent that it cannot be realized practically. Okay?